Hey guys, welcome back to yet another run on the 6 Warrior Quest Area 7 in DFFOO Global. This run will be a 0 turn run, and I did this run really just to showcase how powerful the U2 crystal passives are. In case you're wondering which ones those are the ones that give you one free turn at the start of battle. In this fight, I have the black, green and blue U2 crystal passives equipped, but you don't need the blue U2 because only Aranea is blue and she doesn't need it. In order to get a 0 turn run going, you do need to get both the black and green U2 crystal passives. If you're not too fast about the turn count, then you can just forget about the crystal passives, but this run will at least be a 1 or 2 turn run in that case. Anyway, at the start, you need a starting turn order of Noctis followed by General Leo followed by Aranea, and I remove speed passives on both General Leo and Aranea to make this likely to happen. On top of this, you also need to hope to start with Leo's Precision Strike debuff on the Assault Dog. On Noctis' turn, there's a few things that you need to do. First off, I used the Seymour LD call to remove the blue aura on the steam count, and then I actually swapped Noctis to both Seed Rains and Rem and have them use their BT Plus. I get to do this because they have the U2 green crystal passives equipped, and therefore they could fit in one BT Plus for free each without passing the turn over. That allows me to then just swap Noctis back in, use LD, and since Noctis has the black U2 passive as well, his LD is free, he gives everyone warp step. Noctis then gets another turn and he can pass his turn safely using BT+. On General Leo's turn as well, you just want to quickly set up BT+ with him. General Leo and Noctis are really great single target specialists, and their off-turn attacks are kinda unique because they only focus on single target. This is what we are actually aiming for, combined with Aranea. Although Aranea does have a little bit of splash in her kit, most of her damage is predominantly single target as well. So having all three focusing on single target allows you to control damage very precisely, because we will be bringing both the steam count and assault dog to their respective triggers very carefully. The first trigger that you want is to actually get the assault dog to hit 89% to get the fire aura up so that you can dispel it before entering BT mode. This is why from the start of the battle until now, I am focusing all my attacks on the assault dog. After Aranea uses BT+, I swap her out for Iris. Although Iris has the green U2 crystal passive, I was considering using her BT+ here, but I was afraid that I couldn't fit it in because it is pretty tight in the force gauge race. So I decided to forego the BT+ and just spam potion passes. I speed this part up because this part of the fight is just using all 10 potion passes. Essentially, you just want to spam potion pass until you hit 100% force time. You should be able to hit force time before the bosses. This also means that Iris is actually optional. Instead of Iris, you can use any other character who has a lot of force gauge charging ability. Penelo is also a good option here. The role of this character is really just to bring your force gauge to 100%. Here I took some time thinking because one option is to swap Iris for Rem and have Rem use swap turns to Noctis, and this way you get to use Noctis FR as the main FR instead of Aranea's. I opted to go for Aranea's instead, so what I did is just use one more potion pass, hit 100%, and then swap Aranea back in and enter into her force time. With General Leo, Noctis and Arena's BT+ up, be ready for some insane single target damage. This party of 3 can output upwards of 20 HP dumps per attack, launch included. You want the one round of echoes to bring the assault dog to 89% or below. And using Noctis's Force Echo here also allows you to refresh Warp Step on both General Leo and Aranea. Now on General Leo's turn, what you want to do is actually switch targets to the count steam and use his echoes on the count steam instead. This is to apply his precision strike debuff on the count steam because the assault dog is almost at 89% and you don't need precision strike on the assault dog any longer. Use 1 echoes on Aranea here. I was considering between either using her S2 or her echoes, and I opted to just go for echoes here. S2 is actually also a decent option, but I went with the echoes here just to build up the force gauge bonus a little bit so that I can start BT mode with a higher base. This attack will also bring the assault dog to 89% threshold and trigger the fire aura, which is what we are aiming for. You must get the fire aura up before the BT mode. Now that the fire aura is up, both bosses will have 100% physical evasion, and in case you're wondering how will I deal damage, this is where the secret weapon comes in. That's right, I swapped Aranea out for Ram, and here I used the Layle LD call. I haven't even used Layle for the longest of times, and I can't even think of anyone else who can do this because all the other launchers' call abilities are not magical. Layle is the only one I think is magical in nature and therefore bypasses the evasion and removes the fire aura from the assault dog. Now that that's done, all you have to do is switch back to Aranea and go into BT mode. Here, you want to actually switch targets to the count steam. The goal here is to actually try to kill the count steam by the end of the BT mode. And with both General Leo and Noctis able to do their follow-up attacks, as well as Aranea doing her air drive follow-up knockback attack, this is going to be one massive BT mode. Now one thing to take note is that the count steam will get the blue aura 2 more times in this fight. Once more at 69% and once more at 29%. Aranea can remove the blue aura by using her S1 because that move delays 2 turns. And you can use her S1 twice because her EX gives her 1 free skill use. So the actions that I took here is designed to trigger the blue aura and having the S1 on hand to dispel it. First blue aura gone. Here I was taking a little bit of time thinking on whether or not should I use LD or FR as the next attack. And it is actually better to use the FR here rather than LD. Why is that? Because the boss is now at 45% HP and my goal here is to actually bring the boss below 30% in the next attack. I'm not sure if the LD has enough damage in it, so because of that I opted to go for the FR instead and hopefully bring the boss below 30% in the next move. Nice, boss is now below 30%, triggers the blue aura again, is now immune to knockback, so you lose a little bit of damage on this next attack, but Aranea has one more S1, and doing this allows you to remove the last blue aura, giving you free reign to kill off the steam count. The steam count is also pretty low in health at this point, so here I decided to switch targets to the assault dog and use the LD on it instead, because I was fairly sure that Aranea's BT finisher plus the 2 follow-up attacks from Leo and Noctis should be able to finish off the steam count anyway, so I should sort of get some damage in on the assault dog while I can. Importantly here, switch your target back to the steam count, otherwise you will not trigger the follow-up attack from General Leo and Noctis. Boom, steam count is dead. No more knockback immunity for the rest of the fight. I was considering swapping to Reigns here, but because the assault dog still doesn't have the fire aura yet, physical attacks still work, and I still have 2 more turns of force time. So rather than swapping to Reigns now, I decided to use Aranea's free turn here to bring the assault dog to the next threshold and trigger the fire aura, as well as bring up the force gauge bonus closer to 999%. Fire aura is now up, which means that the boss has 100% physical evasion, but this is where Seed Reigns and Ram comes in. Swap Noctis out for Seed Reigns first and then pop summon. This gives Seed Reigns the Ifrit summon buff. The last part of the fight is pretty straightforward. What you want to do is just ping pong between Seed Reigns and Ram. So just have Seed Reigns target anyone with his FR, swap that person out for Ram, and then use Ram to target Seed Reigns with her FR, and this way you get to chain echoes in the last turn of force time and comfortably finish off the assault dog. boom, that's it. 0 turn run done. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoy the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next 6 Warrior Quest fight. Bye!